Well, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday, one and all. Hello there, Kenyon. How you doing today? Let's see what we got here. I'm going to pull that back just a hair. Try to straighten it out a little bit. That's good enough. After a day off, an excellent day off, I might add, pizza and wine that was consumed by all. Oh, and let's not forget the homemade carrot cake. Hello, E. Rose. Welcome aboard. Let's see what we have on store today. We're going to begin a doubleheader. First game of a doubleheader on June the 5th. This is the third of a four-game series. Detroit Tigers at California Angels. The Angels have won the first two games. Detroit finds themselves on a four-game skid. We'll try to right the ship today with Bill Monbouquet on the mound. The Angels will try to keep it going with their ace, Dean Chance. Let me get a drink of water here. Okay, Monbouquet and Chance, two righties. This will be Monbouquet's ninth start of the season. He's 2-3 with a 4.86. Two complete games, one of them a shutout. Chance 6-5 in 11 starts, one relief appearance. Two complete games, both of those were shutouts. Just 63 hits in 80 innings of work for Chance. And a 3.95 earned run average. So the pitching matchup would certainly appear to favor Chance. No pun intended. And here's the lineup for the Tigers. Dick McAuliffe at shortstop leads things off. Jerry Lumpy at second base. Norm Cash at first base. Al Kaline in center field hits cleanup. Jim Northrup will be in right field. Willie Horton is in left. Bill Freehan, the catcher. Don Wirt down at third base. And the pitcher, Monbouquet, batting ninth. And with that, we're about ready to roll here. Let me make sure I've got everything set up. Looks good. Hello, Ben. That's good to hear, Ben. A beautiful day. Another warm one in Spokane as well, although very windy. We're sitting about, it says 83. I'm going to check that because I don't believe it. Let me get an accurate weather. That's what I thought. It's not 83. It's currently 59 with a high of 65. So this other laptop, for some reason, as you guys regulars know, I've been fighting technical issues all week long with a new phone, new internet. And there we go. For whatever reason, the laptop I use as a monitor was still showing Friday's weather. Not a big deal, but all these little things add up, and I'm pretty OCD anyway. I'm pretty much, I'm ready to turn the page on this week. Anyway, let's get a game in today. Hello, Mike. Welcome aboard. There's Gonzalo. No, it's right now, Gonzalo. It was some reason it was hung up on where we left off when I closed the lid on Friday. Now it shows 60, partly sunny, which would be correct. Okay. You can hear the organist getting the crowd revved up. Nestor Shylock behind the plate. What about the crowd? Well, we can't see that because, why? Because it's the first game of a doubleheader. Of course it is. Just over 26,000 in the house. Here's Dick Excuse me. Here's Dick McAuliffe to start it off, hitting just .214, 6 homers, 15 RBIs. McAuliffe with more walks than hits. 25 hits, 31 walks for the lefty. Chance into the windup, and we are underway on a 2-5 right-handed single to 11. It's a liner toward second. And it goes into right field for a base hit. Knopp unable to get the glove on it. That's a line single for McAuliffe, and we are underway. Chance with a terrible hold. +7. McAuliffe, of course, not a star stealer. With that automatic out on a 7, he's not going to risk it. But something to keep in mind, Chance with a +7. Rogers a -2 arm behind the plate. That's a +5 battery for the Angels today. So Detroit will probably be running at every opportunity. And here's the second baseman, Jerry Lumpy. Lumpy at .252, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. Chance out of the stretch. Comes in there with a 3-7 right-handed, and that's another liner toward second. This one's headed for right field on a 16. And it's speared by Knopp. Throws to first, back to the bag is Lumpy. So 2 liners to second, a better chance of getting the out on the first one. McAuliffe got the single. Lumpy gets the unfortunate roll, and he lines out to second. 1 down, and here's Norm Cash. Cash at .253, 8 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Chance again from the stretch. Delivers a 110 right. He gets a grounder back to Chance. He turns and fires down to Knopp for 1 to first, not in time. That'll be a 1-4 fourth. That erases McAuliffe, and now Cash is at first with 2 down, and the batter will be Kaline. Al Kaline batting .309, 7 homers, 26 RBIs. Chance gets the sign, glance at first. The pitch to Kaline's a 6-7 right-handed grounder to second base X. Playable for Knopp, 2017 for the Gold Glove second baseman, and on an 8, on an error range of 17, he makes the play to retire the side. Nice play, Bobby Knopp, to end the inning. 4-3X, side retired. For the Tigers, no runs, a hit, 1 left. And after half an inning of play, it's Detroit 0, California coming to bat against Bill Monbouquet. And welcome, Cleveland baseball fan. Just had a Perry and Lolich game. Sounds to me like that could have been 1972 Cleveland. I'm picturing Perry with the Indians. Here's the lineup for the Angels. Jose Cardinal will start it off in center field. Jim Fregosi, the shortstop. Rick Reichard is back in the lineup in left field. Norm Seaburn at first base hits cleanup. Bobby Knopp, who made that fine play to end the top of the first, at second. Ed Kirkpatrick in right field. Bob Rogers will do the catching. Paul Shaw down at third, and Chance, the pitcher, hits ninth. And here's Bill Monbouquet now. He's made his final warm-up toss, and we're ready to go in the bottom of the second. Hang on, I got to go down and look at it. Yes, I nailed it, Cleveland, 72. When you said Perry, I'm thinking it had to be 72. Jose Cardinal will start it off. He's at .241 on the year. 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. Right-handed hitter. Monbouquet gets the sign from Freehand, and here's the windup and the pitch on a 5-8 righty. That's banged into left for a base hit, triple on a 3. And it's going to be a long single for Jose Cardinal. Cardinal with blazing speed on the base paths. Let's check the battery for the Tigers now. We see Monbouquet with a +2 hold, balanced out by Freehand's -3 guns, so that will make Cardinal 16. He'll be held at 14. And with Fregosi up, let's see what happens. Fregosi at 316, the leading hitter on the team. 6 homers, 30 RBIs. With nobody out, they're going to give Fregosi a chance to hit with the runner held. From the stretch, it's a 6-7 righty, and that could be a double to 12. That's banged into left center. Horton over to cut it off, and he's going to have himself a double. They'll hold Cardinal at third. Horton getting it back in quickly. So a single and a double here to lead off the bottom of the first. So Bill Rigney, for the moment anyway, looking at like a genius for not having Cardinal try to steal with nobody out. Gonzalo, I don't think I have. Is that on YouTube by any chance? Second and third, nobody out. Here's Rick Reichard. Reichard tied for the American League lead in home runs with 14, hitting .303 with 28 RBIs. And early on, we're going to roll for inner back. Detroit will remain back for Reichard. Monbouquet into the windup now. The pitch is a 6-6 righty. That is a grounder towards first. Single to 14, and he has a single. Cash has it, but has no play. So that'll be an infield single for Reichard. Cardinal scores, Fregosi stopping at third, and it's 1-0 Angels. Angels have really had the Tigers' number in this series so far. Reichard not held at 14. They're going to hold him at 12 as Norm Seaburn comes to the plate. Seaburn batting .232, 1 homer, 10 RBIs. Runner on first held, infield at double play depth. Monbouquet out of the stretch. It's a 6-4 righty, a fly to center X. Tough chance for Kaline, but he's a good outfielder. 2E3 in center as he goes to his right. Here's the play on a 9. It's going to be the E range, and it's a 3 on an E3. This could be trouble. Holy smokes, can you believe it? It's a 2-base error on Kaline, and 2 runs will score. Fregosi and Reichard, no, I take that back. 1 run will score, excuse me. Reichard stops at third. 2-base error by Kaline in center, and it's 2-0 Angels. And with Knopp at the plate, they are going to bring the infield in. Already down by 2. Normally, I'm not a fan of pulling the infield in the first inning. But to be honest, I don't see any other choice here. Knopp batting .210, 3 homers, 15 RBIs. Monbouquet checks the runner at third. Now comes to the plate. 5-5 righty. Fly to left field fairly deep. Horton backing up. That's going to be deep enough for Reichard to score. And that'll be a sac fly for Knopp. Seaburn will stay at second. And that's just the first out of the inning, and here's Ed Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick off to a slow start, 171 on the season, 14 for 82 with 2 home runs. The pitch from Monbouquet is a 6-7 lefty, and that's banged into right field. That's going to drive in another run. Triple to 3, and he's got himself the triple. Oh, holy cow. RBI triple for Ed Kirkpatrick. And the Angels jumping all over Bill Monbouquet here in the first inning. And the Tigers are going to get somebody up in the pen already. Largely a right-handed hitting team. We need a long man. Let me check the Tigers' the usage display. On my Windows game, let's see who needs some work. Could be Pena, could be Wickersham. It seems like a good spot for Wickersham, so he's going to start getting loose. And here's Rogers, the catcher. 1 out, man at third, 4-0 already in favor of the Angels. Buck Rogers on the season at .212, 2 homers, 15 RBIs. Infield pulled in again. Switch hitter batting left-handed. The pitch from Monbouquet is a 110. It's a grounder to first base. Cash has it. They've got the lead man. Throws home and nails Kirkpatrick. That'll be a force. Yeah, that's 2 down. Big play there as it takes the runner off of third base. So with Rogers at first and 2 down, it'll be Shaw. Paul Shaw at .252, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Monbouquet deals a 3-7 righty. Grounder to short, playable for McAuliffe. He charges it on the run, throws to Cash, and that will do it. But 4 big runs for the Angels on 4 hits, and they leave a man. The triple would have knocked him in anyway, right? So 1 of the runs unearned, as far as I can tell. Again, when I enter the game manually, if I'm wrong, it'll correct that. It looks to me like 1 unearned run there. And we've got some more people coming in today. There's Astros. And hello to Doug. 1 inning in, it's 4-0 Angels. Angels have already won the first 2 games of this 4-game series. They're giving Detroit a hard time as Detroit has fallen under 500 for the first time this season at 22-23. Angels still underachieving at 20-27. But things looking very good so far for the Angels with a 4-0 lead and Dean Chance on the mound. And Jim Northrup will lead off the second for Detroit. Northrup at .257, 5 homers, 19 RBIs. No, you sure don't, Ben, as it's a 4-10 left-handed fly to center field X. Tough chance for Cardinale. He's a good outfielder, though, a 2E3 in center, same as Kaline. And on a 9, it's the E range. It's a 7 on an E3, and Cardinale makes a nice running catch for the out. A rare error by Al Kaline. Just his first of the season. How rare is it? Well, it's his first. Here's Willie Horton. Horton batting .310. Team leading 13 homers and 32 RBIs. All in just 113 at-bats. Chance into the windup. We've got a 2-7 right-handed, and that's banged into left center. Triple to 4. And he'll hold with the long single. 1-out single for Horton. And the batter will be the catcher, Bill Freehan. I got to get some glare off of that screen. Fighting the all eyes as usual, nothing new there. Freehan off to a slow start, hitting just .203. 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Chance out of the stretch now. He comes in with a 2-5 righty, and that's going to be a base hit. Double to 3. It's going to be a long single. Horton rounds and goes to third, and the Tigers have him cornered with one down. Tigers trying to get back into it as Don Wirt steps to the plate. Wirt 236, 5 homers, 14 RBIs. Infield at double play depth. Chance from the stretch. Comes in with a 3-11. It's going to be a grounder to first. Sebring to his right. His only play is to Chance covering, and a run will score. Horton scores. Freehand to second. Give Wirt an RBI on the play. 4-1 Angels. And with 2 down, the batter will be Monbouquet, a 2 WR. There's the pitch on a 6-8 righty. A little slow roller to short. Fregosi has it and throws him out. The Tigers settle for a run on 2 hits, leave a man. Four to 1, bottom of the second. And Chance will start it off for California. Chance a 1 WR. The pitch is a 1-12. He pops him up. Lumpy's going to take that one. And there's one away. Top of the lineup, Jose Cardinal started things off with a base hit. Monbouquet into the windup. The pitch is a 4-6 righty. Fly to center, playable for K-line. He's there. 2 down. The batter will be Jim Fregosi, who doubled his first time up, came around to score. The pitch from Monbouquet is a 2-7 right-handed. Called, strike 3. Shylock rings him up, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Monbouquet. So Monbouquet settling down in the second. Through 2, it is 4-1 Angels. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Let me refresh this now and see if anybody else has come in. No doubt, Ben. Yeah, well, it got ugly in the bottom of the first. Detroit trying to make it a game. And they'll send up the top of the order, starting with Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe singled his first time up. Chance into the windup. It's going to be a 6-12 lefty. It's a grounder to the pitcher X. Chance a 2-22. Here's the roll on that play. It's going to be an error range. It's a 3 on a 22. He boots it. Error on Chance. McAuliffe will reach. That's the first error for the Angels. And here's Jerry Lumpy. Lumpy lined to second his first time up. Chance working from the stretch. He comes in there with a 2-8 righty. Called, strike 3. First strikeout for Chance. And here's Norm Cash. Cash 0 for 1. K-line on deck. Chance checks the runner. The pitch to Norm Cash is a 5-11 left-handed. It's a fly to right field X. Tough chance for Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick a 3-2 in right. Ranging towards the line. He makes a fine running catch for the out. That's the second out, and it will be up to K-line. K-line would really love to atone for that error here. Chance comes set. Here's the pitch to Al. It's a 6-6 righty. Liner towards third, single to 15, and he's got himself a base hit. Stopping at second, McAuliffe. That'll get Northrup to the plate, representing the tying run. Northrop 5 home runs on the season. Chance checks the runners. Comes in there with a 4-11 left-handed. That's a fly to left field, X. Tough play for Reichart, 3-9. Ranging to the gap on a 6. He can't get that. That's going to drop for a single. And they are waving McAuliffe in. He will score. K-line to third. That'll be an RBI single for Northrop. And it's 4-2. So Tigers chipping away against Chance. And their team home run and RBI leader, Willie Horton, steps into the box. Bob Rogers flashing the signs. Chance from the stretch. The pitch to Horton on a 5-6. That's a base hit. Triple on a 1. It's going to be a 2-star single, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Scoring is K-line. All the way to third goes Northrop. And just like that, we got ourselves a game. Out to the mound goes Rogers, trying to settle Chance down as Bill Freehan comes to bat. Freehan singled his first time up. Okay, they're set now. Rogers flashing some signs. Chance from the stretch. On a 6-11 right-handed. Grounder down to third. Hot smash. Shaw goes to Connaught for the force, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs, however, on 3 hits. 2 left. Both runs unearned as far as Chance is concerned. And we've got us a 4-3 ball game. So as hurriedly as it got ugly, it just got unugly just as quickly. I know that sounds really silly, but I thought I'd say it anyway. Reminds me of that thing in the Family Guy when they were mocking McCarver. As good as the Yankees been in the first half of this game, that's how as bad as they've been now. Something like that. Heart of the order for California. Rick Reichart to start it off. Monbouquet gets the sign from Freehan, and here's the windup and the pitch to Reichart. It's going to be a 3-7 right-handed. Grounder to short. McAuliffe will take it. Fires to Cash, 1 down. That'll bring up Norm Seaburn, the first baseman. He reached on an error in the first. Here comes the pitch from Monbouquet. It's a 6-4 left-handed fly to center field X. Another chance for K-line, 2-3. Here's the play on a 1, and it's going to be a double off of K-line. Can you believe it? A 2-3, an error and a double. Boy, some days it doesn't pay to get out of bed. That'll bring up Connaught. Similar, Ben. Yeah, as bad as things are now, or as good as they're ever going to be. Here's Bobby Connaught. Monbouquet a glance at second. Comes to the plate, 5-8 righty, and that's going to be an RBI single, tripled on a 3. Triple 2-3, I should say. It's an RBI single for Connaught, and it's 5-3. Here's Ed Kirkpatrick with 2 down. He tripled his first time up. Monbouquet out of the stretch now. That's going to be a 3-9 right-handed. That's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Northrop at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Ed Kirkpatrick. Holy cow, he's got the tough part of the cycle out of the way here with a triple and a home run, and now it's 7-3 Angels. The Tigers clawed their way back into it, only to see the lead slip further away here in the bottom of the third. For Kirkpatrick, that is his 3rd home run of the season. Conference on the mound. Swift would really like Monbouquet to finish this inning, as he's due to bat second in the 4th, and there's no obvious double switch. We'll see how it goes. He'll face Rogers at least. Rogers batting left-handed. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-8 righty. Grounder to second, playable for Lumpy. Gloves it. Sidearm flip to Cash, 2 down. That'll bring up Shaw. Monbouquet's pitch to Paul Shaw is a 5-6 righty, and he takes it the other way and dunks it into right field in front of Northrup. And honestly, Monbouquet would probably be finished right now if not for the fact that Chance is the batter. Monbouquet pitching to Chance. Runner at first, 2 away. The pitch on a 5-6, and Chance with a single to right. Shaw 14-16. Northrup -1, 15. With the big lead, there's no need to make an out at third. They will hold him at second. And here comes Swift, and his hand is forced. So let's see what we can do as Dave Wickersham jogs in from the pen. You don't want to take Horton out. I don't want to take any of these hitters out, really. All right, then we're going to have a change of plans. Now we're going to go with him. We're going to go with Wickersham. It'll be a short outing for Wickersham. Kind of a no-win situation here for the Detroit manager. Two 2/3 for Monbouquet, and he was shelled. 4, 5, 6, 9 hits. 7 runs so far. 2 runners on base are his responsibility. No walks and a strikeout. Wickersham, 13 games, 4 of them starts. 0-2, 6.53, and he'll be facing Cardinal. The pitch to Jose Cardinal is a 4-5 righty. It's a grounder down to third. Work will go to Lumpy for the force, and that'll do it. 3 more for the Angels, though. The big blow, a 2-run homer by Ed Kirkpatrick, and after 3 complete, it's 7-3. So we can close the book on Monbouquet. And we can close the book on Wickersham for that matter, as he's going to yield for a pinch hitter. So it'll be Wirt, a pinch hitter, and McAuliffe. Shocking, right, Ben? K-Line's glove has cost the Tigers at least 2 runs. Here's Work to lead it off against Dean Chance. Chance gets the sign from Rogers. The lined up on the pitch is a 5-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. Second K. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter in the fourth. Let's see what we've got. Early in the game, we're going to go to Jake Wood. Wood 11 for 36, that's a 306 average. He's been in 22 games, so most of his at-bats coming as a pinch hitter. Here's the pitch from Dean Chance on a 3-6 righty. Grounder to second, playable. It's Knopp to Seaburn, 2 down. Wood retired. With mostly righties coming up, I go back to the Tigers' usage display. Orlando Pena getting ready to come into the game. 2 down, and the batter is McAuliffe. Chance into the windup. Pitch to the lefty is a 2-4. Called strike 3, and McAuliffe is hot. Frustration mounting on the Tigers' side. 2 Ks in the inning for Chance. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. And Orlando Pena will be coming in to pitch the bottom of the fourth in a 7-3 ball game. And this is just the first game of a doubleheader. Yeah, Franklin, what you didn't see, you can see the E8, but that double was also off of the center field X chart. K-line a 2E3 in center. Fregosi, Reichard, and Seaburn due. Pena ready to go to work now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Fregosi on a 4-7 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Pena K's Fregosi, and the batter is Reichard. Rick 1 for 2. Pena gets his sign. Delivers a 6-9 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Orlando Pena comes in and announces his presence with authority. And the batter is Seaburn. Seaburn would be 0 for 2 if not for K-line. As it is, he's 1 for 2. 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch from Pena. 3-10 righty, and it's just inside, ball 4. Two out walk to Seaburn, that'll get Knopp to the plate. Bobby 1 for 1. What in the world is that supposed to be? It's supposed to be a sac fly. Here's the pitch to Knopp. It's a 1-5 right-handed. That's going to be extra bases as he hits that high and deep. That's going to be over Horton's head, and he will hold with a double. Seaburn can try to score, but he's very slow. 9-11, Horton a -110. With the score already 7-3, there's no need to force the issue, so they'll hold him up. And get Kirkpatrick to the plate. Kirkpatrick, we're on cycle watch for Kirkpatrick. He tripled in the first, homered in the third. Second and third, 2 down. Pena, the full windup. The pitch to Ed is a 4-7. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll do it for the Angels in the fourth as they leave a pair. 3 strikeouts for Pena. And through 4, it's 7-3. No doubt, Dan. How you doing, by the way? Hope everyone's having a good weekend. No. Franklin strikes again. Here's Lumpy to lead off the fifth. Lumpy 0 for 2 on the day as chance comes set. Here's the pitch on a 4-4 left-handed. That's going to be catcher's card. That is going to be Rogers. A 2E3. Error range, it's a 6 on an E3. And it's going to be a little number in front of the plate. On it like a cat is Rogers and throws him out. Here's Cash, K-line to follow. Chance into the windup. Pitch to Norm is a 3-10 right. He gets driven high and deep to right. Kirkpatrick starts back. Now he holds up as that one lands halfway up the seats in right field. Home run, Cash. He got all of that one on a 3-10 righty, no doubt about it. For Norm Cash, his 9th home run of the season. That makes it 7-4. The batter will be K-line. K-line 1 for 2 today. 0 for 2 in the field. The pitch from Chance on a 2-7. He hits that one hard to right field. Kirkpatrick starts back. That's over his head. Off the wall. Kirkpatrick gets it back in, and K-line's in standing with a double. That'll bring up Jim Northrup. Oh, Tigers not out of this game by any means. 59 home runs as a team. Actually make that 60 now. 1 out runner at second. Chance into the windup. The pitch to Northrup on a 6-3 lefty. He lifts that one the other way to left field. Reichart backing up a bit and pulls it in for the second out. And here's Willie Horton. Horton's 2 for 2 on the day. 13 home runs on the season. Chance staring in to get the side. Here's the pitch to Horton on a 2-8. Slow roller to short. Fregosi charging on the run. He's out. So they settle for a run on the Cash homer. A run, 2 hits, 1 man left. Halfway through on a Sunday, it is 7-4 Angels. Bottom third of the order coming up for the Angels against Orlando Pena. Bob Rogers 0 for 2 today. Here's Pena's windup. The pitch is a 2-3 righty. He hits it down to third base. Wirt will take it. Throws across in time. Paul Shaw is the batter. 1 for 2 today. Pena gets his sign from Freehand. Delivers a 3-7 righty. Grounder shortstop McAuliffe. 2 Cash. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. And the batter is Dean Chance. Right-handed hitter. Pena's pitch is a 3-11 righty. Fly ball to center. Playable. K-line barely has to move and gloves it for the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Angels in the 5th. 5 innings complete. Angels 7, Tigers 4. Chance 6 and 5, 11 starts, 11 decisions. I think he's the only one I've seen who has a decision in each and every start. Bottom third of the order. Freehand, Wirt, and the pitcher's spot. Chance gets the sign from Rogers. The windup on the pitch is a 1-9. Called strike 3. Here's Wirt, 0 for 2 on the day. Chance into the windup. That's a 6-9 right-handed. He lifts it to center. Cardinal backing up a bit and pulls it in. Decision time. Pena a 1 WR. He's pitched 2 nice innings. 2 out and nobody on. Let's see what's left in the pen. You don't want Padres. I tell you guys, the circumstances almost forced me to try to get more innings out of Pena. Two out, nobody on, he's going to bat. He's a 1. Chance's pitch on a 5-8 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Tigers counting on Pena for some length here. He's rated 4 for relief endurance. He's in his 3rd inning. And let me, I'm going to refresh here. It'll be top of the order for the Angels. Cardinal to lead it off. He's 1 for 3. Pena into the windup. That's going to be a 2-5 righty, and that's banged into left field for a base hit. Triple on a 1. And he rolls the triple. Holy smoke. 2nd triple for the Angels. And that's Cardinal's 2nd. Tigers will bring the infield in for Jim Fregosi now. Angels threatening to add on here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch from Pena. 5-3 righty. It's a grounder to the pitcher X. Pena, a good fielder, 2E13. That hasn't mattered today, has it? Here's the play on an 18. He's got it, and with the infield in, a runner will hold. So infield in saves a run. 1-3X, 1 down. And Rick Reichart will bat, and the infield will remain in. Pena checks the runner at 3rd. Here's the pitch to Reichart on a 1-7. That's an RBI single, double on a 1. And he drives him in with a base hit. Scoring is Cardinal. That makes it 8-4. Reichart not being held at 12. As the left-handed hitting first baseman, Norm Seaburn, steps to the plate. Seaburn reached on an error, doubled and walked. Pena gets the sign. From the stretch, 3-8 righty. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Northrup. He's got it on the track. I was almost expecting them to roll a 1 or a 2 there. 3-8 homer to 2. It's allowed out to right, and 2 down will bring up Bobby Knopp. Pena out of the stretch. 1-5 righty. That's extra bases. He's hit that once today already. Deep to left field over Horton's head. Triple to 9, and it's a triple for Knopp, driving in Reichart. The Angels' 3rd triple of the day. 8th of the year, 8th triple for Bobby Knopp. I'm fairly certain that leads the league, but I'm going to check it. He was tied with Northrop with 7. Knopp now leads the league in triples. And here's Kirkpatrick. He has a triple himself today and a home run. Pena checks the runner at third. Comes to the plate, 2-7, grounder to second. It's Lumpy to Cash, and that'll do it. But 2 more for the Angels on 3 hits. They leave a runner at third. And after 6 innings, it is 9-4. Angels putting themselves in position to sweep this 4-game series. Talk about unlikely occurrences. First fatigue inning, potential fatigue inning, I should say, for Chance. And he'll face the top of the Detroit lineup. Dick McAuliffe will start it off here in the 7th. McAuliffe's 1 for 3 today. As Chance gets his sign, here's the pitch on a 6-7 left-handed. Grounder to second base X. That's Knopp. 1E17 moving to his left. On a 4, he makes a diving stop to his feet and throws him out. Oh my goodness, what a play by Knopp. That's going to go as a web jam, and there's 1 out for Lumpy. Jerry 0 for 3 today. Chance studying the signs. Here's the pitch now. 2-10 right-handed. He lifts one to left field. Reichard is there, and 2 down quickly in the 7th. Here's Cash, who homered his last time up. 1 for 3 on the day. Chance staring in to get the sign. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-4 righty, just outside ball 4. It's a walk to Cash. Chance obviously pitching Cash carefully. And that'll get Kaline to the plate here in the 7th. 2 for 3 on the day. Kaline a single and a double. He'd love to do something big with the bat here as Chance comes in with a 1-8 righty, single to 12, liner towards third base. Here is the play. It's stabbed by a diving Shaw to rob Kaline of a base hit. Well, doesn't that just figure? No runs, no hits, a man left. As we stretch, it is 8-4 Angels. Let's get some coffee and fire up the Mookie cam. No surprise here, that's where he is. Mook, what are you doing there? Taking a little nap in the windowsill? Hello there, Gerald. Welcome. Hello, Bill. You may have noticed I changed my channel page picture, I guess you'd call it, right? One of you suggested using a picture of Mookie, so I compromised, and now it's both of us. I'm not quite sure how to take that one down. They're kind of cheap. I mean, you may not, I don't know if it's, you meant that sarcastically or what. Not a problem either way, but they are pretty cheap. I don't know if you can see the one where Mookie chewed on or not. I can see it. First endurance inning for Pena. Facing the bottom of the Angel lineup. This is Orlando's 4th inning of work today. Mixed results. In 3 innings, he's only allowed 1 run, but he's allowed 4 hits and a walk, 3 of the hits for extra bases. Rogers hitting left-handed as Pena comes set. The pitch is a 1-6 righty. It's a single to 9, liner towards second base. Caught by Lumpy. Here's Shaw, 1 for 3. Pena into the windup. 6-11 righty. He grounds it down to third base where Wirt is patrolling. He gloves it, fires across to Cash in time. And Chance will bat with the score 8-4. The pitch on a 2-7 struck him out. 1-2-3 inning for Pena. Heck, he may go another one. Why not? No sense blowing through the bullpen in the first game of a doubleheader. 8-4 Angels, we go to the 8th. Oh, is it Star Wars Day? I did not know that. Yeah, he's weird with the blinds. I don't know. I fixed the bedroom by getting the curtains right, so he doesn't have to mess with them anymore. And now he prefers this window because he can mess with the blinds. So good point. I think you're on to something, Dan. I hadn't really thought about that. I mean, he did stay in the bedroom for a while after I got the curtains, but lately he's preferred this spot, which I don't really understand because at this time of day, the sun is hitting the bedroom window. Lumpy. Was it Lumpy's mom also Aunt Harriet in the Batman series? No, that was Larry Mondello. That was Lumpy, wasn't it? They're one and the same. Oh God, now I'm confused. Anyway, to the 8th we go. Here's Northrup, 1 for 3. Chance in his 2nd endurance inning gets the sign from Rogers. The pitch on a 1-12, grounder to second, playable. It's Knopp over to Seaburn. Nine to 4 now. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, you're right. It is 9-4. I don't know why I thought it was 8-4. Here's Willie Horton, 2 for 3. Chance with the 4-6 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Chance with the 7 endurance, looking like he's going to complete it today. Here's the pitch to Freehan. It's going to be a 3-7 righty. Lifts one to left, playable for Reichart. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Dean Chance. Tigers running out of outs as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And Pena will come out for his 5th inning, taking one for the team today. 2nd endurance inning for Pena. And the top of the Angel lineup. It's Cardinal. Cardinal's 2 for 4. Pena gets the sign from freehand. The pitch is a 4-12 righty. Deep fly ball to left. Backing up is Horton just shy of the track to make the catch. That'll bring up Fregosi. Fregosi's 1 for 4 today. The pitch from Pena is a 5-6 right-handed. Grounder to short, playable for McAuliffe. He gloves it, throws to Cash. 2 away. Here was thank you, Bill, you're right. Now it comes clear. Lumpy was Wally's friend. And his dad was the goofy guy from the Dick Van Dyke Show. And Larry's mom was Aunt Harriet from Batman. See, I've got it straight now. Come on! That's from Arrested Development, right? That's Job. You really think the guy in the $3,000 suit is gonna... Come on! Here's the pitch to Rykar. It's a 3-7 righty. Grounder to short. McAuliffe gloves it. Throws to Cash. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pena. So Pena, solid 5 innings. I'd give it that. He gave them what they needed. Chance going for the complete game now with the score 9-4. Quick glance at the Angel defense, that's fine. It'll be Wirt, a pinch hitter, in the top of the order. Tigers need another run to make it a song, Franklin. Here's the pitch to Wirt. That's a 2-11 righty, and he bangs it into right field for a leadoff single. Just in case Jim McLaughlin takes the jacket off and starts to toss in the Angel pen, we're going to have a pinch hitter now for Pena. And that's going to be none other than Gates Brown, pinch hitter deluxe. Let's take a look at Brown's numbers. 15 for 48, that's a .313 average. 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Chance from the stretch. The pitch to Gates is a .310 righty. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Going back is Kirkpatrick at the track, at the wall. He leaps. It's gone. Just cleared the wall. A 2-run pinch hit homer by Gates Brown, and it's 9-6. We skipped right past the 9-5 there, didn't we? Nobody out, 9-6. One more hitter walk will fatigue Chance. McLaughlin joined by Clyde Wright, and boy, they're warming in a hurry now. Here's McAuliffe. McAuliffe 1 for 4 today. Rogers out to the mound. Chance says he's okay. We shall see. Infield comes in. Well, we're having a little conference on the mound. I want to thank everybody for watching. Good to be back at the table here on a Sunday. Okay, they're breaking it up now. Base is empty, 2 down, 9-6 the score, and here's McAuliffe. Chance into the windup. That's a 110 right-handed, and that's hit into right field. Kirkpatrick back, it's over his head. Triple to 15, and he's going to hold with the double. And here comes Rigney, and Chance is fatigued. So it looked like Chance was going to cruise to the complete game, not to be. And with the lefties coming on, he's going to go to Clyde right. "11 hits allowed for Chance. Six runs, 4 earned. He did walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. And on comes the lefty, Clyde Wright. Let's see if the Tigers can counter. They've already used Wood. But they will bat for Lumpy. They're going to send up Don Demeter. Don Demeter pinch hitting, Norm Cash on deck. Let's take a look at Clyde Wright's numbers here quickly. One and 3, 3.44 in a dozen appearances. Pitching to Demeter. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 6-3 righty. Hits a fly ball to left field X. Tough chance for Reichart, 3E9. Reichart racing to the gap. On an 8, it's the E range. It's an 8 on an E9, and that's going to be a 2-base error on Reichart, and here come the Tigers. Second California error of the game. And here's Cash. I want to make sure I got the score right. 9-6. Runner at second, still nobody out. Cash 1 for 3 with a walk. He hit a home run back in the 5th. Clyde Wright into the windup. 6-7 left-handed. It's a grounder to second base X. That's Knopf. 1E17 on a 19. He makes the play. Advancing to third is Demeter. That's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Al Kaline, Jim Northrup to follow. McLaughlin ready in the Angel pen. Actually, McLaughlin has sat down and Bob Lee throwing. Okay, Lee getting ready. Kaline 2 for 4 on the day. Wright with the pitch. On a 5-5 right-handed fly to right field. That's going to be deep enough to get the run in, but it's also the second out of the inning. Kirkpatrick makes the catch. Demeter tags and scores. Wait, I forgot about McAuliffe. Hang on now. So McAuliffe scored on the error. Nine to 8 is the score. Single home run, the double, the 2-base error. McAuliffe scored on that. Demeter took third on the grounder to second. Sac fly makes it 9 to 8. So Jim Northrup, believe it or not, represents the tying run at the plate with 2 out in the 9th. It looked like it was all over going to the ninth. Nothing left to do but for Dean Chance to record 3 outs and get the complete game, but he gave up a single, a homer, and a double, had to exit. An error by Reichart prolonged the inning. And now it's 9-8. Bases empty, 2 down, and Northrup at the plate. Clyde Wright staring in. Lee is ready behind him. The pitch is a 5-10 lefty. Fly to right, shallow. On comes Kirkpatrick. He is there, and that's the game. Well, you can't say they didn't make it exciting. They come up a run short, however. And the Angels hold on to win it 9-8. On a wild Sunday game. I'll have the totals here in a moment. Right in 1 inning, no hits and an unearned run. Weird line for Clyde Wright. He gets the save. Or does he? Let's see, 9-6. 9-4, 9-6, double, 7. Tying run on deck, yes he does. That's his first save. Chance still gets the win, he's 7-5 now. Monbouquet takes the loss, he drops to 2-4. Pena with a workhorse 5-inning performance out of the pen, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Exactly, Dan, thank you. Yeah, I missed that until I didn't. I missed it until I saw it. So despite some shoddy announcing there in the ninth, we got it right in the end. The Angels wind up with 9 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. Tigers 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. What a wild game. And defensive lapses by the unlikely source of Al Kaline factored in heavily to the Angels' win today. Angels will go for the sweep of the 4-game series tomorrow. The sweep of the doubleheader and the sweep of the 4-game series. Joe Sparma will get the start for Detroit. Howie Reed the spot start for California. That, of course, is 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Yes, sir, Dan. The Tigers made it interesting. Ended up much more interesting than it looked like after 1 inning of play, that's for sure. And I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you guys once again. Take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please join me tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.